Good afternoon, everybody. This is Larry from GeekyKOOL.com. We've got Joe over here with us. Together, we're the Geeky Cinephiles. We talk about movies. We love our movies, and we are going to give you 5 each of movies that we are highly anticipating for this 2026, since this is our first episode of 2026, and we may just throw in another round of that in the near future, letting you know what else is out there. But these are the ones we're going to start off with, letting you know what we are excited to see for this brand new year. And it looks like it's a loaded year, Joe, looking at that list. We were just talking about that offline, that the list is huge of cool looking movies. I've got a long list. I'll only give you 5 today, but we got a long list to go. So it's exciting.
Yeah, I don't normally look at what movies are coming out in the upcoming year. I usually know about a couple because they're one of my favorite directors or favorite actors.
Right.
But it was interesting looking at the list, and it was like, holy cow, there are a lot of movies that I want to see.
Yeah. It's last year I didn't feel like it was that much on the slate. There was some stuff that I wanted to see: Superman, Fantastic Four, and then there's other things. But the list wasn't huge of things that I was just anticipating. This year, there's a lot to it. So, well, let's get it started with you, Joe. Let us know what the first one is that you're excited about, and tell us a little bit about it.
Probably the most exciting is the Odyssey. So,
oh yes, Star
retelling
Pack.
of Greek epic. Yeah, Star Pack. Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Charlize Theron, Robert Pattinson. Yeah, and Christopher Nolan. I mean, I'll watch anything he makes. If he made 2 hours of a tree blowing in the wind, I would watch it. This is his first film since since Oppenheimer, the big winner.
Right.
Award. And yeah, I mean he's a stud. I'll go see anything he makes.
Well, some people were anticipating when they heard Christopher Nolan was going to make this that he would maybe try to break it down a little bit more to the basics of the people and kind of and not really have the mythology in it. No, this one's full on. This is an adaptation of the original book, the original novel that told this story. So it's exciting. Some people have tried the Odyssey before, and it's been okay. This looks amazing. I'm super excited for it.
Wasn't there a 70s version of the Odyssey?
There was.
Yeah. It was okay. It was interesting. Yeah. It comes from the Iliad, right?
Well, the Iliad's the second book. There's the Odyssey and the Iliad, both of them by the same author, telling different stories. But yeah, this one is set right at the end of the Spartan-Trojan War, and coming back from it, the 10-year war that took Odysseus away from his family, and he has to try to find his way home. So yeah, that's a great pick. I'm super excited for that one also.
We'll get to see the Trojan horse in this one too.
That's exactly right. Yeah. See if it's
not
done
to get
better.
Off topic.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully, sure we'll be done better. But not to get off topic. What's his best movie, in your opinion? All the Batmans. He did Tenet. He did Inception.
I was gonna say probably Inception would be my guess there. I like the Batman ones, especially the second Batman one, better than the two, the first and the last one. But I would go with Inception. Yeah,
that's an amazing movie.
It is.
Okay,
I agree.
What's the movie you want to see?
Well, here's one of the ones that I'm super excited to see. Is a remake of a horror gothic classic. For some reason, we seem to be drawn to the horror gothic stuff, but it is The Bride, retelling the story of the Bride of Frankenstein. And this version looks really interesting, very different feel, but very gothic anyway. Set in 1930s Chicago, and Dr. Euphranus, I guess is how you say it, brings back a woman who died by using the same methods as done with Frankenstein to make her a bride. Starring Jessie Buckley as the bride. Christian Bale is in this one also. Peter Sarjagan, Jake Gyllenhaal, Penelope Cruz, and it's directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. So it looks really interesting. I'm just, it comes out March 6th. I don't know. It just looks cool. So I'm super excited to see what they do with the Bride of Frankenstein there.
Well, especially now that we got a new Frankenstein too. Yeah,
exactly.
I didn't realize Maggie Gyllenhaal is directing now, but I guess this is her second film, but her first one was Oscar nominated. So
right,
close to being on my list.
Well, that's Well, I'm not surprised by that, but that one is a weird, cool looking one that kind of goes with that vibe that we seem to be attracted to a lot. So, what do you got next on your list, Joe?
I have The Social Reckoning, which is essentially a sequel to The Social Network.
Right. Not with the same actors, but being done a little differently, looking at kind of the repercussions of Facebook.
Yeah, and Aaron Sorkin, the Oscar-winning screenwriter, he obviously does a great job. And this one is, I think, delves into more about the the data breach that happened in Facebook, and that everyone knew about, or people within the organization knew about it, and I'll be interested to see that. It's amazing that we can have two big movies about a social network.
Who would have ever guessed that back in the days when it was first starting? But yeah.
And The Social Network is a great film.
It is a great film. I agree.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. That one will be probably a thinking movie there. Probably a lot of thinking. Yeah, but that's good. I like it.
I'd like to know now, do you have Scream 7 on your list? Is that one of the ones?
It's on my long list because I find I'll have to tell you my Scream story sometime. But the first Scream movie I went to see basically because of Drew Barrymore. And then she dies off in the first 5 minutes. And I was so taken back, but then I enjoyed the movie. So, but yes, I've kind of become a Scream fan. So, yeah, I know it's just odd because I'm like, okay, and it's funny, it's silly, and it's everything else. But I have to say I like it. And the original girls are back in it. So yeah, but we'll deal with that one later. But no, it's not on my short list for tonight. So, but what is on my short list for tonight is we have a tendency to like our monster movies. And there is a big one coming out this year. Little Godzilla -0.
Oh, really? I didn't see that out
there. Yeah. Did you see the first? Did you see the Godzilla -1?
I don't. No, I didn't. No.
Okay, you need to watch it. It's a very well done Godzilla movie. The focus is on a Japanese, I would say family, but there are some friends and stuff. So a small group of people in Japan when Godzilla first appears. And it has a lot of action to it. It has a lot of, your typical kaiju stuff going on in it, but it is super well acted. This is a sequel to it, Godzilla -0. It is by a director, and I'll probably totally kill his name here, Takashi Yamazaki, who directed the first one. Really well-known director. I just never am really good at pronouncing names. It is the 39th film in the Godzilla overall franchise, 34th one of the Toho group of them. So, but yeah, I'm super excited. I'm a big Godzilla fan. Anytime you can bring in Godzilla and even Godzilla and Kong, all that, I just love me some. Well, I love me some kaiju's overall anyway. But Godzilla is my favorite one, so I'm super excited for this.
39 films? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Godzilla is one of the few monsters that is considered the good guy. They all reach for him. They all try to protect him.
Well, the interesting thing is the first movie, and I think the second one also, he's actually a bad guy. But
yes.
then that kind of changes. Well, and he is a creature of basically so large that he doesn't comprehend what's going on with the people there. He just
Right.
knows when he shows up and he starts getting attacked, he attacks back. But yeah, he
Yeah.
becomes more of the good guy. But yeah, he's definitely one of those to where sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not, and you can tell that he's above where everybody else is at there. So yeah, I love me some Godzilla. So I'm super excited about Godzilla minus zero. And for your homework, do check out Godzilla minus one,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
the first
Good.
movie.
Good
Yeah,
recommendation.
yeah. Well, what do you got next for us, Joe?
Next, I have The Rip, which is
Yeah.
Matt Ben Affleck. They're cops. It's a story about cops in Miami who discover millions of dollars inside some barrels somewhere, and then you can figure out, where the drama ensues. And all you have to do is say cops, Miami, and millions of dollars, and who knows
It,
what'll happen.
but now I noticed that they weren't driving Ferraris and Lambos. They weren't wearing white jackets, so it's not Miami Vice, but but no, it looks interesting, intense. I think it's coming directly to Netflix, if I understood that right.
Yeah, yeah. I think it actually was a couple days ago it came out.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. That's a great pick there. That'll be fun. Also, looks like a lot of intensity. Of course, when you got $20 million or whatever it was, sitting out there, and you think somebody is going to rat you out, and that's a lot of money you put out there. So yeah, it looks
Yeah.
interesting and intense. So yeah, good pick.
How
Well,
about you? What's next?
next I'm going to go on a run here. And I'm going to go on a run of superhero movies coming up because I know we've got superhero fatigue, we've got comic book fatigue,
Yeah.
but I'm going to tell you, I think this is the year. Last year's Superman and Fantastic Four showed us that it could be done very well again. So I'm super excited. And these three are kind of interchangeable for me. I'm excited about all three of them from moment to moment. But we're going to go with Spider Man Brand New Day. And
All right.
we have the return of Tom Holland as Spider Man. We have the return of Zendaya as MJ, who still, as a Mary Jane Watson fan, it bugs me how they've done her character. But I know it's a different character. I just don't like being called MJ necessarily. Um, Joe Barenthal comes in as Frank Castle, the Punisher, from the TV
Oh,
shows.
really?
Yeah, yeah, which is great because Frank Castle was first introduced in Amazing Spider-Man comics. I think it's
Huh.
129. Wish I had that one. That's worth a fortune. Also, we'll have Mark Ruffalo back as Bruce Banner.
Oh,
So,
good.
will Spider-Man fight the Hulk in the middle of Central Park? I hope so. That would be awesome. We have we have
Don't make it.
Michael Mando coming as the Scorpion. The guy who played Ned is back, and Sadie Sink from Stranger Things fame, the redhead, will be in this
Okay.
movie, unannounced role at the moment. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty excited about it because I love me some Spider Man's my favorite hero,
Is
and
he?
I've always loved Spider Man. I think Tom Holland has portrayed him really really well. So I'm super excited about this, and of course bringing in Frank Castle and Bruce Banner, just all sorts of fun things can happen here. I'm hoping it's going to. So
Well, yeah. Now that I heard Frank Castle's going to be in it, I'll probably go see it more. Did you ever watch the Punisher series they did?
yeah,
It
yes I did.
was good, wasn't it? It was
The
really
first season was amazing. Second season was still good, but the first season was incredible. Yeah,
good. Yeah. Second season got really, really violent and bloody, but yeah,
it
I
did.
loved.
But it's the Punisher. His job is to kill anybody associated with crime boss. So it's going to get bloody. That's what happens. It's hard to make a non-violent PG-13 version of Rick Castle. That's just
Right. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. What do you got next for us, Joe?
I have The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first Star Wars feature since 2019, The Rise of Skywalker. Oh, and I didn't see John Favreau was doing it too. That's good.
Yes, it is. It's interesting
The
because it
series
was.
is fantastic.
Yeah, series is amazing. It was supposed to pick up. It was supposed to be another season of this, and apparently they decided it was better to put it in the theaters as a movie. So I'm excited for it because I love me some Mandalorian and Grogu. Who
Oh
doesn't love Grogu? I mean, even people that don't like Star Wars that much love Grogu. He's just so cute.
yeah,
So I'm super excited to see it. I'll be in the theater opening day for this one.
yeah. The Mando is one of the best spin-offs of a series I've ever seen. It's fantastic.
I think it saved Star Wars, to be honest.
I think you're
The
right.
series, because people after the sequel series from Disney were pretty down on it, and I understood why. I
Yeah.
liked that better than a lot of people did, but I
Mhm.
also understood why people didn't love it. And that second one, where you take my boy Luke and you just make him into a jerk, and I just hated that. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this series is kind of redeeming Star Wars and making it cool again, and the fact that you're dealing with the Mandalorians, crud. I remember first introduced to Boba Fett and thought his armor was so cool, and now you get the Mandalorians out there. That's just awesome. So, yeah, I'm completely with you on this one, Joe. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, what do you got next?
Well, I'm going to go with a character that was introduced to us in the end of the Superman movie with his
Oh,
cousin,
yeah.
Supergirl,
Yeah.
based off a comic book series that focused on Supergirl trying to deal with her trauma because unlike Clark or Kal-El, who gets sent off to Earth as a baby, she's actually a teenager when these events happen. And if it sticks with what the comic is, she basically, her city was able to put up a force field and they were able to live outside of after Krypton blew up. But she's living
Oh,
in this
wow.
city in this bubble thing, and of course the whole her planet just blew up. She's got this trauma, and depending on how they take it on why she ends up going to Earth. So she comes to Earth, and her cousin that was a baby is now older than her and has
Oh,
matured, and she's trying to deal with all the trauma she's been through. So
yeah.
she becomes a bit of a party girl and trying to deal with her trauma in inappropriate ways that 20-year-olds often do. So
That sounds fun. Sounds like a lot of fun.
yeah, and we have the return of Jason Momoa, but not as Aquaman. He's coming in as Lobo, who is
Oh,
basically a space vigilante who carries his big long chain and a flying motorcycle into space.
huh.
He's pretty bad. So yeah. It looks to be a ton of fun. The trailer definitely has a Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it because she is out in space, having to go out in
Yeah.
space to find planets with red suns so she can drink and get drunk because she can't get drunk on a planet with a yellow sun. So yeah,
Hey, she's got
I
some.
I'm super excited for this. I love the comic book series that it's based off of, written by Tom King, and I'm super excited to see this adaptation. I hope it doesn't let me down. I don't think it will. So I hate to say that I'm anticipating this more than Spider Man, but I might be because I've only seen one other Supergirl movie, and it was from the '80s, and it was
Yeah.
terrible. Now I love Helen Slater, who was Supergirl in the movie. It was just so
Hmm.
poorly written that it stood no chance. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm super excited to see it. So that's my next one on the list here.
So, are they clearing out Aquaman out of the DC, or are they going to move to
Yeah,
someone new? Like,
basically, it's all been rebooted with the new Superman movie. It's been rebooted to a new universe. Um,
yeah.
we have, oh my gosh, my brain just was skipping there for a moment.
So we won't see Jason Momoa as Aquaman
We
anymore.
won't see Jason Momoa as Aquaman again. No, that is done. All of those characters are no longer there. Basically, the whole thing got rebooted with Superman. So,
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Oh yeah, James Gunn.
yep, it's James Gunn's new universe, basically, rather than
Yeah.
the Snyderverse, which was way too dark for my preference for how
Yeah.
certain heroes I like to be dark, like the Punisher needs to be dark and kill people. But
Right.
I don't need Superman to act like he's Batman and just brood all the time. That didn't do it for me, but that was my views.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do you got next for us, Joe?
Man, the last one was tough. Because there's I tried to split it. So Dog Stars, which is directed by Ridley Scott, director of
Yep,
Alien and Blade
yep.
Runner and
Where
all those great movies.
I'm not sure what happened to
Poke,
my Dog Stars one here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I got it right here. Boy, it took me a little bit. I did not know this movie was coming out there or anything about it until you put this on your list. But yeah,
Ridley Scott's like Christopher Nolan. I'll watch just about anything he puts
yeah,
out. But
I'm
yeah, it's
with
a post-apocalyptic sci-fi thriller from a book by the book of the same name.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the book at all, but it sounds really interesting. And just this picture here makes me intrigued. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of in. I'm in on this one. So yeah, awesome. And what was your other
I
one?
love
Because I know you had two there.
I love post-apocalyptic movies. I just like to
I do
think about.
too. Yeah.
The other one is Werewolf. Not it's Werewolf. WERWLF.
Yeah.
It's the director that directed Nosferatu. This is his
Yes, it
follow-up.
is. Yes, it
So
is.
I
I,
didn't read much about it, but it's about the werewolf. I mean, you can
right.
imagine.
Right. Yeah, and there's not a whole lot out there about it yet, telling us much more than what you've just said. Director of
Yeah,
Nosferatu, which is what got my attention. I'm like, okay, we're doing a werewolf by the director of this. All right,
yeah,
I'm in.
yeah.
It'll be interesting. I know there there are a whole bunch of movies trying to take a new look at some classic monsters like that. And I think that's awesome because I'm super excited to see what'll happen
Yeah, me
because we
too.
both agree Nosferatu was amazing.
Yeah. Hey man, that was such a good recommendation.
Yeah.
What's the best werewolf movie in your opinion?
Oh my goodness. Uh, um. See that's
I
the thing.
want to.
They're either just bloodthirsty monsters that you're trying to fight, or
Right.
there's a whole lot of backstory to it. So I'm not sure. What do you think? What's your opinion?
Well, I want to say Wolf by with Jack Nicholson in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
That
if
is
I
a good
remember,
one.
if I remember correctly, the Benicio del Toro werewolf wasn't bad, or
Yeah.
was it bad?
I don't
Maybe
think it was
maybe I
bad at
like it.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
I'm just curious.
there's so many classic, amazing vampire movies that you can just like, well, we can debate which one's here. With
Yeah,
werewolves, there's just not as many that are just amazingly done. That I'm just like,
yeah.
I saw one. I think it was it Werewolves that came out last year with basically something had infected the earth and during full moons if you went into the moonlight you would turn into a werewolf and scientists were trying
Huh.
to come up with a way to be able to inject you with stuff to keep you from turning and there's a big super moon and so yeah it's I'll have to find what that one was it was interesting. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say that it was amazing, but it was really interesting. So,
but
and
you'd
of
recommend.
course, people end up having to get out into the night and dealing with turning into a werewolf. And I think once you turn into one, then you can turn into one again easier and other things. So yeah,
Yeah, any werewolf movie I'll watch pretty much.
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right.
Okay, what's
All
your
right,
last one?
my final one, and nobody should be surprised at all. Again, it's a comic book movie. Probably the highest anticipated comic book movie in 5 years. And we're talking Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
Star-cluttered cast. We have the return of the Russo brothers directing, who just knocked it out of the park with the other Avengers movies and everything that they touch pretty much. Again, that those two, when they're doing a movie together, I'll probably watch anything they do just because I love how they do it.
They are good.
We have the combination of the Avengers with the return of a couple of important Avengers, one being Captain America in there. You have the Fantastic Four being added to it. You have the X-Men being brought in from Fox. So they're all merging there together. So everything is kind of running together for this movie. And I don't know if you saw the end credit scene in Fantastic Four First Steps, but it shows. I do suggest that movie if you haven't seen it. I can't remember if you said you saw it or not, but the end credit has Doctor Doom standing over little Franklin Richards' crib, and that's where it cuts to. So, and of course, it is we've got Doom coming. So yeah, so Doomsday is what.
Do we get Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man back, or is he done?
Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom.
Man, yeah, I was wondering that. I don't know. How are they going to do a different Iron Man? To me, there's no other Iron Man.
Well, you do have, and they did do Ironheart, which was a female version of Iron Man, a younger college age girl who creates her own armor. She's super genius. She was in Wakanda for a while. So you have that, and they did bring her into her own series on Disney Plus. But yeah, there's no, and you also have War Machine, but you don't have just a straight up Iron Man. So I don't know. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but we'll see what happens. But the cast is huge for this, so I don't know how they'll balance all that. It doesn't look like there's going to be enough screen time for everyone, at least all the time, but it'll be interesting.
Because Chris Evans is coming back, and
Chris Evans is back. Yeah. They had released clips of Chris Evans as Steve Rogers back and as with Thor back, showing little clips there. But yeah, it'll be interesting because you've got pretty much anybody who's been in any of those movies in this one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How do you think they pay all these big name actors to be in the same movie? I think they do a box office poll.
A lot of times there is a percentage of the box office pool that they'll get, which is a good way to go, and they're bound to make a fortune. I can't imagine this movie makes less than $1 billion. I just can't imagine that, and that's not even including all the stuff that will happen with streaming services and purchases. I think, unless I'm just mistaken, and this movie just blows, I think this movie is going to just come in and dominate things. So
yeah, I think you're right.
And it's not until the end of December that it shows up. It is December 18th. So we have to wait till the 18th of December, but it's a highly anticipated movie. So yeah, I don't see anywhere where it talks about Scarlett Johansson coming back as Black Widow. I would love if she could, but yeah, we'll see.
Awesome, good choice.
Yeah, well, so guys, as you're watching, let us know what's your favorite movie that we forgot on the list, because like I said, there is a long list of other movies that we can talk about upcoming in our excitement forum, but we just don't have the time today to do all those. Maybe next week, we'll see. But let us know what you think is, or did one of us nail your list perfectly? I'm curious to see what you guys think. What are you anticipating? Because I know there's a lot to anticipate. That's for sure. So.
There's a ton of movies are going to be out there.
Yeah. All right, Joe. Thank you again, my friend, for this great podcast. And we will. We're going to wrap it up. Any last words you want to say before we wrap up?
Caught Stealing is okay. One Battle After Another is awesome. It's long, but it's awesome. Those are my final.
Those are good suggestions. Yeah, Caught Stealing looked interesting. I was hoping it'd be better. Oh well. All right.
Okay.
For Joe and I, we thank you guys for joining us today. We look forward to hearing what you think of these movies coming into 2026. Stay geeky and keep watching movies. We'll see you next time.